Here with Dave Lewis. He is the pro out at Hunter Ranch. Good morning, Dave. How's it going?
Good morning.
So I was talking to Jeremy about this earlier this week, and I think it's cool because this is like the golf equivalent to seeing a band before they make it big. Like, I don't know, I mean, I know in the 90s, I saw the Smashing Pumpkins at like a nightclub. And I was like, oh, it's a pretty cool band. And then they blew up over the course of the 90s, and they became one of the biggest bands of the 90s. And I was like, man, I can't believe I saw them at a nightclub. That's basically what the AJGA is all about. Go ahead and explain a little bit about what's going on at Hunter Ranch in that second week of July.
Well, we have the AJGA, the American Junior Golf Association, is a nationwide group that puts on golf events, and the kids that participate are the best of the best. And in our case, this is the 12 to 15-year-old age group of boys and girls. And one of the things that's really important for the kids is this is how they build a resume to present to the college coaches when they are looking to attend a D1 school on a full scholarship.
Yeah.
So those monies that potentially their parents are going to save is why they spend the kind of money they do to do this for these kids. It creates a huge opportunity, and it is and this is the time. I mean, this is getting ready for college isn't something you do as a senior in high school. It's something you prep for. You get going, you develop, again, these resumes, or a book, we call it. It comes with videos that they produce themselves to introduce themselves to a golf coach who's never heard of them.
Yeah, and it's very important, and this is a very prestigious organization to become a part of if you want to further your golf career, because I was looking at some of the alumni, and all the big names have played in the AJGA in the past. I mean, Brooks Koepka was an AJGA member.
Sure.
Jordan Speith, AJGA member. I mean, it's mind-blowing how cool this is, and it's coming to our own backyard. And many people might not even know about the level of golf that they're going to witness or could be a part of out at Hunter Ranch.
And these kids, this is our second year of hosting they call it the 12 to 15-year-old All-Stars. Last year, the winning girls score was 4 under par gross. They play from what we call our silver senior tees. It's about a 6,000-yard golf course. And again, these are 12 to 15-year-old girls.
And anybody who's played Hunter Ranch knows
that's
4 under.
Some awfully good golf. And the winning boys score was 2 under par. Again, 54 holes, and they play virtually the tips. They play at about 100 yards short of all the way back.
Now, there's a way. Now, these are, for their age level, they are the best golfers probably in the world.
There is no question.
Undisputed. And there's a way that, I could play with them.
Correct.
If I wanted to, which is awesome. If you think about it, like I said, the only thing I can liken it to is seeing that band before they make big, but then also saying, "Yeah, I played guitar with that band."
Yeah,
I mean, you could literally be sitting on your couch 10 years from now and saying, "Yeah, I played golf with him," as you're watching a PGA Tour event. But just by signing up for the AJGA Junior Am that you guys got going on now, how does this work?
It is a scenario where you can, first of all, this is a fundraiser for the AJGA, and this event will cost them about $25,000 to put on. They have a staff of 10 that come in and run this thing, and they're in town for a week. And we have a committee that scares up housing for these individuals, and most of these kids are kids. They're in their early 20s. They are prepping for other careers, and it's a way to be involved and a way to gain knowledge in this particular part of the sport.
And you're talking about the organizers of the AJGA.
And so part of the money, every dime that's left over goes to the AJGA from this fundraiser, Junior Am. It is a scenario where you will play. You may pick your own foursome if you would like. It's a 4 amateur event, plus you play with one of these young kids. There are limited to 15 spots, and it's roughly 3 girls and 9 boys. 3 and 12. and it's a fun format for the AMs. It is a shamble off the tee.
Okay.
It's a shamble format, which is a scramble off the tee, where they all hit a tee shot. They take the best one. They go to that ball. They all hit from there. Then they go find the ball they just hit and play out. And the scoring is either the team score, and the AMs get half of their handicap, or the juniors score, whichever's lower. So it's one best ball of the 5, and it's a scream. I mean, it's so low key, but you get to watch these kids that look like tour players. And I mean, this event, there are ropes up around the tee boxes and signage everywhere, and they have their own weather machine. They're actually looking for electrical storms that may be in the area. But I mean, this is as high end as it gets, and this is an opportunity for our local people, men or women, to participate in this. And the entry fee is $300 per person.
Okay. If
you bring a foursome, you get a discount down to $250. So it's $1,000 for a foursome, or $300 individually, and we will pair you with others. And you get, oh my gosh, you get lunch, you get your green fees, your golf cart, you get range balls, you get dinner, and you get tee prizes. Plus, you get to spend 4.5 hours on the golf course with one of these kids that you will be blown away.
Yeah, it could very likely go on to be the next Jordan Speith.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is where they come from.
Yeah.
And plus, they are just the nicest kids, and they are the most well-mannered people. I was so taken aback last year with just how they all function. And again, these are 12 to 15-year-olds. Somebody's got to bring them. Somebody's got to drive them. And none of them have cars or licenses yet. So they're herded about by parents and friends and family, and it's a show. And so it's a great opportunity for you to have a phenomenal day. And I promise you, it'll be the best $300 you've ever spent ever.
I mean, really, it's a one in a. I mean, It's a golf opportunity of a lifetime.
It really is.
You're not going to have anything matched with that. You can play in any tournaments. I mean, there's no shortage of golf tournaments, but this is so unique in the way that you are playing with the highest level of golfer at their age in the world.
Sure.
So it's just really cool. Now you also this come with the Junior Am comes along the tournament.
Correct.
Now tell us a little bit about the tournament.
It's technically a 4-day event. The schedule is a Monday morning at 8:30. There is a shotgun start, which is what the AJGA calls the qualifying for the big event. There are 78 players that will tee off Tuesday morning at 8:30 on consecutive start off of 1 and 10. 68 are exempt, so the qualifying there are 10 spots available, and they'll have 90 kids playing for 10 spots.
Wow.
And they're one and done. If they don't get in, they go home. And they've got to come to Paso. They've got to try to get out and play a practice round if they can. The Junior Am is going to mess that up a little bit for them. But it's an opportunity. Mm-hmm. And if they happen to get in, again, this is where they can start garnering these stars that they will build up these points, if you will, with the AJGA that potentially will get you into that exempt level for future events.
So this is high level. I mean, as far as seeing some playing for stakes, you're playing for one of a few spots.
It's a big deal for them, and it's a grind. And I mean, there are parents. Last year, there were actually 10 families from China that were here for this event, and one dad, he has two 15-year-old boys. And they're like 6'2", and neither of them were exempt, so they've got to pay and play in the qualifying. And then they've got in. We had 3 events in a row last year: one at Lake Merced, one at Hunter, and one in Southern Cal. And this guy's on the road, hauling these kids around, staying in hotels every night.
Wow!
And the tournaments are not inexpensive for the kids to play in. And it's just this guy's amazing, and these kids, they eat like horses, and he's trying to
two 15-year-olds that are 6'2". I mean, think about it.
Yeah, it's crazy. So,
so now, as spectators are concerned, for the 3 days, the 54 holes, we just show up at Hunter Ranch.
You can come out anytime you'd like. There are no golf cars allowed on the golf course unless you have a medical clearance that has to be approved through the AJGA.
Okay.
Welcome to come out, go find a spot under a tree and watch. There is no charge for any of the spectators that want to come out. And to that end, we also are looking for volunteers that can help us facilitate this event Monday through Thursday, and we have 3 basic chores. We have timers every third hole, someone with literally a stopwatch, and they are timing when the pin goes in the cup on a green, how long it takes them and what time they are when they get to the next tee. And that information is conveyed to the AJGA to keep the pace of play up, because it can be a pretty long day for them. And so we have 6 of those that we need. And again, with the split tee times this year, it's really helpful because it shortens the day for all the volunteers.
Right.
We also have spotters on the back nine at Hunter, particularly has got some blind tee shots, and we have people out there to see where balls end up. And again, all that does is help pick up the pace of play. So, the volunteer piece is something you can sign up online at hunterranchgolf.com, or you can call any one of my staff in the golf shop at Hunter Ranch at 805-237-7444 to get signed up and pick the days that you want to work. And if you have a preference on what you would like to do, we have the timers, we have spotters, and then we have a couple of people that will just rove around the golf course. There are 6 beverage stations set up for the kids that are iced with waters and Gatorades, that type of thing. And we just want to be sure there's product and that the ice isn't melted and that sort of thing. So we keep you busy. The volunteers, we feed you. You get a boxed lunch each day you're there. You get a snappy AJGA cap. Oh. And we're also, for every shift you work, you're going to get a free round of golf at Hunter.
You're kidding me.
For a green fee, and
Wow.
you can get up to 3 of those depending on how many shifts you work.
Wow.
So we need the help, and if you got nothing to do, and the bottom line is Hunter's closed all day Monday because of the qualifying shotgun in the morning, and then the afternoon is a shotgun for a practice round for the 68 exempts.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody that wants to play in that are in the event certainly can. The qualifiers probably won't because they've just played 18 holes and they're probably tired.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to do, and it gets a lot of opportunity.
The most important part is, not only if you volunteer, you get a round of golf for each shift that you work, but also you're seeing this is an opportunity for you to be a part of something, and you're seeing golf at its finest, but you're also doing your part in supporting the game if you are an avid golfer.
Absolutely. It's the ultimate win-win.
Yeah.
You get to help a great organization and potentially further the livelihood of these young men and women that are out there playing golf and trying to, again, ultimately they're there for one purpose, and that's to get that college scholarship.
We just posted a link on our Facebook page for all the details on the AJGA event going on out at Hunter Ranch starting on the 8th, and also you can give them a call, 805-237-7444. Dave, thank you so much for joining us.
Jeff, thank you. My pleasure.
The 19th Hole Podcast is a production of American General Media and CentralCoastGolfCard.com. All rights reserved. This podcast and any portion of this podcast may not be published, broadcast, rewritten, or redistributed in whole or part without the express written permission of American General Media or CentralCoastGolfCard.com. The 19th Hole Podcast is hosted by Jeff Kingman and can be found wherever you listen to podcasts. Now, go play some golf.